Guys, despite the abysmal view count, I'm making another video, and I want to touch on something that I was heavily guessing about last night, which was when the electric shaver came out. And it turns out I was spot on. I was really accurate with my guessing. The electric clippers were in 1919. What did I say? The 20s. J. Wals, or Vals, Vals, he made an electromagnetic motor clipper. Patented in 1919, made haircuts faster, more efficient, quickly adopted by barbers. And then it really kicked off in the 30s with Colonel Jacob Stick, and the first practical electric shaver, a significant step for personal grooming. What did I say? And that was purely a guess. Wow, Richard. So, there's that. Anyway, I'm wondering if people wonder if it's on purpose that I talk about really boring things and come across really boringly. Yes, that is completely intentional. And even when it's not intentional, like, what's the maddest thing you did today, Richard? You know, I'm going to say, don't say potting a plant or something like that, you know. Or don't say playing a game. Of course, nobody says that, actually. Games are such a huge part of culture. It's a time pit. Honestly, it is a time pit. But I just invented that word, so let me get to the point here. I either have, I'm continually advised to keep off religious topics, to stop my religious studies. You know, I'm like, and it's not as in, well, you shall have no other gods before me kind of way. It's not like, it's just like, seriously, Richard, you should stop that. Seriously, Richard, I think you should stop that. That's the kind of tone I get for some reason. And, yeah, so, guess I'll have to do it up in front of me. Pokemon Emerald. Which I'm told is like a mirror into my life or something like that. Or, no, it wasn't. It wasn't called that. It was, this is your game. This is your game, the voices said consistently. You might not believe it, but trust us, trust us. Pokemon Emerald is your game. I'm planning on it now, though. Anyway, 3 minutes and I've already said a lot. I'm going to pause. So, I don't actually have it as my favorite game, even as a Pokemon game. I think it's pretty, you know. Let me explain the relationship I have with Hoenn, right? Which is, of course, the island that you're on in Pokemon Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire. See, I played Ruby for 500 hours, got Regigigas and everything, and had a killer like secret base thing like this. I really, really played Pokemon Ruby all the way through. I really got as involved in that game as I possibly could. And Emerald came out, and I tried to do it again, and just like, here we go up the mountain again. A slightly different looking mountain, and ever so slightly, or that mountain's had its terrain changed, and it's climbed up again. It has that feeling to it. It's like, oh, guys, I love climbing Pokemon Mountain, but guys, no, the game which is closest to my heart at the minute is called Perfect Crystal. It's a ROM hack, and I like playing that more than Emerald. I both sort of, dip into them. I'm not there to get to the end of the game. I'm there for the journey and the experience that these ROM hacks give around the edges and behind. That's why I call that a back rub. The ROM hack's a back rub because they provide subtle changes. Like, oh, here's a little extra font box in the options menu. That's a big difference for somebody who's very attuned to subtlety. And I think Perfect Crystal is a perfect example of, things I appreciate. I hear you can catch a lot more people. I bet, oh, by the way, this is what we're doing. I'm going to watch bits of this man. Yes, it's probably a man. Sorry, I just had to take a moment of silence there for what's happened to manhood. What has happened to manhood? It's sad. R.I.P. Yeah, this guy is clearly on stimulants or like Ritalin or something like that. Maybe he just naturally has like really annoying ADHD. I won't be naming names. Which I found out that I never really do, apart from Prince Andrew in the last one, which is mainly about electric shears. Hey, don't go yet. Don't go yet. I'm totally going to entertain you about Pokemon. Now, the last game was objectively bad, and here's why. I'm not just making this up. There has to be... Like, Jesus. You have an attention deficit behavioral problem, YouTube. All you guys are ramped up, high on dopamine, playing games and coming together videos with crazy animations and edits and gimmicks. My goodness, is it hard to watch your videos sometimes, YouTube. You know what? We're going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it here because yesterday worked out well for me. Staying with my phone turned off. And I should be using the internet as a utility, not something to get my daily rage bait from, and not something as a dopamine fix. I downloaded enough episodes of Free Reign to keep me going for a while without internet when I turn on my phone. There's other things to be at apart from the internet, and it is an addiction like cigarettes, isn't it? Just one little YouTube video, or just one little game here and there, whatever. The replies on the internet. Yeah, I was still playing like Tekken 7, and Tekken 7 is just a button masher. It's annoying to me that I can guess combos and win the battle. There's very little strategy to it at the minute, anyway.